guys, got my buddy John. As you guys can see, it's cold as balls out here in Orlando. We're not used to the cold, so today we're gonna do a very simple video covering just the footwork. And I'm gonna relate it for stand-up, but also, you know, this footwork is very important. I have a friend, his name's Sam Yang. He was talking a little bit about footwork and passing the guard, so that kind of made me want to do a video on this topic. And I don't really see any jiu-jitsu people talk about footwork. It's mostly like boxing, striking guys, maybe wrestling. Jiu-jitsu, we're just like, hey man, just grab and go, man. So I think it's important that we cover a little bit of the basics of footwork. And maybe later on I'll do like a passing with the same footwork. But let's get at it, okay? So I'm just gonna do a little drill, wrestling drill with my buddy John here. So I'm gonna lead with my left leg. He's gonna lead with his mirroring leg. So it's gonna be his right leg, but it's on the same side, okay? So typically whenever I go for single legs, I want the same side leg leading. If I were to go for like a double leg, I would switch my stance if he had that leg in the front. And it's kind of like a Lego piece where when I step in, it just meshes very well, okay? So I wouldn't want to go double leg this way. It would be kind of hard, kind of awkward, okay? So I'm leading with my left leg, and very important, guys, I want to change my level. I think a lot of people have trouble with that. I'm not sure if it's a mobility issue or what, but I'm just kind of half squat, okay? So I just kind of bring my hips down a little bit, all right? So I don't want to be too upright because I'm going to be very slow. So imagine you were to sprint or do anything athletic. If you're very upright, like, you know, maybe you could jog or, you know, one of those weird like walk run things. But if you want to go really fast, you need to get low. You know, if you're going to sprint, you always have one leg in front, one leg behind, ready to explode off, okay? So same thing with this. So I'm here and we're gonna work a tie up. So it's bad form, but he's gonna tie up with his lead leg arm. So this arm, his right arm's gonna go to grab. If you guys saw my last like wrestling video with my buddy Vinny, he told us, hey, go with the backhand, but for this drill, it works better if you go with the lead hand. Okay. So I'm here, he's gonna go to tie up or collar tie on my neck. That's what we call a collar tie. And you know, wrestlers, when they do that, man, they try to snap you down very rough, very hard. So we want to avoid that as much as we can. So all I'm gonna do, we're gonna look at my footwork, but all I'm gonna do is kind of sidestep him, going outside, away from his body, okay? And so my footwork, just to demonstrate real fast, the different footwork. So the first one we call like open close, or maybe like a standard footwork. So left leg in front, right leg behind, square stance. So that square stance means if I drew a square, like I can do that with the graphics now, my legs would hit the square, like the edges of the square, okay? So the first footwork, option one, I step with my lead leg to the side, and then I follow with my back leg, okay? I'm gonna do that a few times, so you can get a few different angles of that. So if you did striking, 1 and 2, right? I remember a little bit of striking details, 1, 2. So I would punch with my strikes, okay? And this footwork, you can use it for any direction, you know, forward, back, side, side. Okay. So when you do striking, they teach you this. And you know, that's the fastest way to move, regardless of anything. You need to move in a good stance. This is very, very efficient. Okay? One thing I want you guys to be careful of, when I was showing this to my students, they would stay very square. So they'd go lead leg first, and then they would bring the back leg square. Okay? So again, I said you want to be athletic. Is this very athletic? Do you sprint like this? You know, maybe if you're gonna do like a Superman punch or something weird. But you know, if you want to run, you always want one leg kind of behind, giving you power to drive. Okay. Okay. So again, with the footwork, 1, 2. So when he goes to tie up with me, I'm gonna use that same footwork. And extra detail, guys, keep looking in front of your partner. I can't tell you how many times I've seen guys, like especially white belts, they're doing drills or guard passes or anything, and they're looking straight at the floor. You should always look at your opponent, okay? That's something I learned from striking. Always look at your opponent, because you don't want to get hit, right? If you're looking down, you're gonna get crowded, right? So he's gonna go to collar tie. Okay, again. So I already have my level low. I changed my level. If I need to, I can go a little bit lower. What I don't want you guys to do is go low and then high. Stay low. Maintain that level, okay? So when he goes, I go 1, 2, again. Let's do that at a few different angles. When I step, guys, I step sure-footed. So in a strong stance, 1, 2. So very decisive steps. If you're kind of light, too light, you know, maybe the guy pushes you or you fall down, or you're not very sturdy. When I take my steps, I'm always ready to go forward, ready to, you know, engage my opponent. Okay, so that was the first footwork. The next one you see more wrestlers use. So it's very good for penetrating, going forward, or going explosively to the side. It's more like unidirection, like one direction. The other footwork is better, like say you need to be light on your feet, this is gonna be better, way better, okay? But say you need to cover a lot of distance in one direction, the second footwork's gonna be better, okay? So just to demonstrate the footwork first before doing it with John, this time is completely opposite. I sit with the back leg first, and then the lead leg goes second, okay? So I can do this, usually the one direction, one or two directions, like straight forward or to the side. So back leg goes near the lead leg, then lead leg goes next, okay? The same mechanics still apply, keeping my level low, you know, keep your back straight, looking forward, all right? Here. Very explosive footwork. You need to cover distance. You know, you'll see a lot of wrestlers. They'll feint with the back leg. I don't know if you guys ever noticed that. So, you know, maybe the guy, like, he thinks I'm going to shoot. He comes up high. You can go forward. So you can use that to kind of feint a little bit. So the guy doesn't know. It's like a jump scare. You guys know jump scares? Like, kind of scare the person, and an easy target. So we're gonna do the same drill with the second footwork. Go. Again. Again. So the benefit of that, I can preload that leg so it's just ready to go. Okay. Obviously don't stay here too long. Maybe the guy will shoot on you or snap you down or something. But that footwork, man, super explosive. Do a few more angles. It's cold here, so I'm a little slow, guys. So again, that footwork, super great. The first one's great for just overall general movement. Going with the lead leg, you know, it doesn't matter which direction I'm going with. Okay. Very quick footwork. The other one's very great for covering distance. So say I wanted to shoot, boom. Because look, I can cover a lot of distance. Versus the other one, very hard to cover a lot of distance here, because that leg is too far behind, right? The only downside is it's only strong in one direction. So if I gotta chase him, I don't want to keep too far away. So the best thing you guys can do is try to mix and match those footwork. So we're gonna do one more time. I'm just gonna free flow. So he goes tie up. So it is kind of different. Might be going bottom real fast. So I'm using that same footwork. So in class, you know, I was talking about just the guys passing. The best passers, man, very precise, right? Precision footwork. They're always moving. You know, think about the Mendez brothers, Lucas Lepre. Their footwork is just like amazing, right? So if you want to get better at passing, think about your footwork, guys. All right, guys, thank you. So I hope this video helps you. Again, it's more like drilling, more like conceptual, and it takes time to get that footwork down. But man, it's gonna make your guard passing, your takedowns, it's gonna make your life easier. So guys, please give it a try. Until next time, peace out and ciao.